Mr.Beast reveals TikTok creator fund earnings as platform is slammed for monetization. Okay, so this started with Hank Green. Did we talk about it on this show?
We did not.
That was offline.
Yes.
That was off the air.
That was like a 4-hour conversation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's hard to remember if we talked about it on here or not. But anyway, Hank Green made a video talking about TikTok's creator fund and how creators on TikTok are not really making a ton of money and how the model is different than what's happening on YouTube. And he's obviously a long-time YouTube user, so he's very familiar with the monetization system that exists on YouTube. So am I. So are all of us. Anyway, a bunch of other people chimed in after the video went out, and they shared their TikTok earnings, which were also not much at all. And now I guess we got Mr.Beast piling on with his probably lack of earnings on TikTok, I would guess.
Can you guess how much?
Well, the other posts were in the hundreds, so I'd be surprised if he cracked 1,000. He has 32.6 million followers and 312 million likes, and he has some TikToks here with 40 plus. That's 44 million views. Wow, that's a lot of views on that particular. But anyway, between 10 and 20 million on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to guess higher?
How many can you get, like the money-wise, revenue?
Yeah, I know. You want me to guess higher because you're showing me the views to remind me that he gets a lot of views.
Sure. Yeah. What do you think?
So what did he show his earnings for? Forever? Since he started, or like a month?
Let me see here.
Oh, you're going to give it away. I think I saw it.
25 million views in that time.
Yeah, okay, so since April of 2021, but that's Super Saf that shared that.
Total. Yeah. So he shared it, Super Saf, and then Mr.Beast replied.
So he selected the same period from April of 2021?
I'm guessing, yeah, just to compare.
Or maybe ever, because a lot of people started similar times. I don't know. I'll say $2,000.
2,000. Okay. Well, he did a little bit better.
14,000.
$14,000.
Okay. Yeah, that's better. I mean, but you're right. He's getting a ton of views over there. So is he saying that's for I don't know. I think the time period really matters, but yeah, it's not a ton of money.
I'm guessing it's the same because he wants to compare it. You know, like
I know, but some people were posting their lifetime earnings on the platform as well. Part of the trend was people posting their lifetime earnings, but
oh man, this ad is very
abrasive.
It's like half the page.
Anyway, I know people are watching this and they're like, well, $14,000, that's pretty good to make on the platform. But you got to understand, you're talking about tens of millions of views. The equivalent on YouTube would obviously be staggering.
Yes.
To talk about hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, the number would be a lot different, obviously. And that's evidenced by people saying, I mean, Superstaff said, okay, I made 100 British pounds and on 25 million views, for example. So it's an order of magnitude less payment. But here's the thing that I like when we were first talking about it, there's a bunch of great points made in Hank Green's video, but most of what it does is highlight how great of a job YouTube has done at essentially creating something that is unique in the industry with the monetization tools that exist and just the consistency, and it's not perfectly consistent, but the consistency of demand from advertisers to be on YouTube videos to begin with, to make the sales to begin with consistently, and then to have the revenue split as a floating amount relative to demand that shows up on your channel and you get a percentage of it. Like, it was innovative at the time, and surprisingly, it's still innovative today in the marketplace. And it has led to the incredible rapid creation of creators because creators now had a way to, at a very early stage, start to monetize, recognize progress, and continue to develop because they've had this revenue structure built into it, not having to build a business outside of it, not having to sell their own sponsorships, etc. But there is a big difference as far as what these platforms are. Now, I know YouTube recently introduced Shorts, and Shorts earnings appear to be a little bit better than TikTok, but ultimately, on YouTube, you click videos. There's intent, a lot of intent, and often you'll sit through an ad because of the value that the video represents on the other side. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a TikTok that is gratifying to somebody, but you're swiping. You're swiping, and you're swiping a lot. And it's part of the thing that's addictive about the platform. The platform itself is the thing that you want to be on. And I don't use TikTok all that much, but you were saying to me, even once you see an ad, you can swipe it, and you do every time. Swipe it. So the premise is just a little bit different. And in order to see an ad, you might have to see 10 or 20 TikToks. I know it varies from person to person, but ultimately the value proposition is different. And so your threshold for working through an ad and also the targeting of such ads require a tremendous amount of data on a user that TikTok might not have the same access as other platforms like Instagram and YouTube, as far as being able to distinguish the right ad for the right person, which delivers better results for the advertiser, which keeps them coming back and spending more and bidding more, and ultimately you ending up with more. Now, I know Hank Green mostly focused on percentages, and he tried to kind of project what ByteDance's revenue might look like in scale comparatively and the percentages of what is shared. And mostly his criticism was around the idea of a creator fund, which is a static amount of money.
Yeah, it's a fixed amount, and the more people that's on TikTok who's a creator, there's going to be less and less payment because of the amount of people and the fixed amount.
Yeah, it's not a percentage based thing. So these are all valid points, but I would just, I mean, he came back and posted another video, kind of like, I guess, softening. TikTok is not going to Vine. Here's why. Anyway, like, I guess I didn't watch that video yet, but I presume he'll be talking about the fact that TikTok is okay and they'll figure it out. And TikTok is unique, and it is all of these things. But you and I were talking about how having a great platform, being culturally relevant, it doesn't always necessarily align exactly with profit and revenue. Often it does, but sometimes plugging all those pieces in is tough. And you got to remember, YouTube's been at it for a really long time. But I think the proposition is quite a bit different on the two platforms, at least for a lot of segments.
Yeah.
Here's that Bronco Raptor. First look, 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor. Does it live? I don't know. Did I cover? I could have said more on the TikTok thing, Will. I could have said more on it, but like, I feel like you and I had a better conversation than the one we just did. But because we like wasted it all and spoke for hours about it, let me. It does matter. The length of time matters. Watch time does matter as far as the advertising opportunity is concerned. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. That's it, Will.
Okay.
We're fine here.
I mean, yeah, we compared it also with Twitter.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about how Twitter has had monetization struggles as well. You can find different ways, but YouTube has been a master. YouTube has diversified money-making opportunities too, through YouTube Premium, revenue sharing, through paid subscriptions for a lot of live content creators. It's a lot of ground to make up for newcomers on the business side, not just the view side. And a view is not created equal. You got a view for 30 seconds on YouTube. All views are not created equal. Facebook got in trouble in the past, or criticized at least by advertisers for having these 3-second views.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's inflation with views on TikTok.
Inflation how?
Meaning, like, with Hank, he talks about how Instagram Reels, he gets paid way more, but, you know, way less views.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you know? It's obvious that on TikTok, the attractive thing for content creators is the view count. And the less attractive thing is the CPM associated with that view count. But like, what if they change the metric to satisfy advertisers and a view actually required a longer amount of time on one individual TikTok, so your view count could go down, but advertisers would be more satisfied with their placements? It's a fine line to it. What is a view? What do you think? Okay, if you had to say how much time is a view when you're not clicking on something, but you're swiping, so you have to go past it, how much time should be a view 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 30 seconds. It's a weird thing to land on. What constitutes a view?
Do you think it should be percentage based on the length of the video? Or do you think it's all fixed? It should be like
but
10 seconds for every video.
If the video is 2 seconds,
like
you can't swipe faster than that. So you couldn't not watch it even if you didn't want to. So like what I'm saying is I want to be able to extract the evidence of a skip. And percentages might not let you do that because if you have a 10-second video, you're going to watch 50% of it just because that's the speed it takes to skip it in an environment like TikTok where the input is the swipe instead of the click, which you either do or don't do, although YouTube's home feed now has the swipe or scroll going on.
Sure.
But I know YouTube, it's 30 seconds. So there's all kinds of content creators not capturing a view because someone is scrolling past it on the home feed and they stay there for 29 seconds. Now, on TikTok, on the other hand, 29 seconds, it could be an entire video.
Yes.
You might be 100% retention. And for a 5-minute video on YouTube or even a 1-minute video on YouTube, it's not a view. So it's very interesting and it's worth consideration the way. And I would like people in the comments to take their own crack at it. What is the minimum amount of time that something should constitute a view? Is it a percentage-based thing? Does that even work at the extremes, at the short extremes? Or is there just a bare minimum regardless? Do you need to capture 15 seconds of a person's life? Anyway. Okay, now we're on to the Bronco.
Sure.